The Human Settlements Minister Mamoloko Kubayi is visiting East London following devastating floods that left hundreds of people displaced and 16 dead. My colleague Sipha Kema is there, standing by to be in conversation with the minister. It's over to you, Sipha.
Well, thank you, Tutu. I mean, it's been a lot of activities around the BCM in the past week. Ever since those floods hit on Saturday morning, a lot of people, hundreds of people were actually left homeless. Now, Human Settlements MEC Mamoloko Kubayi is actually here today just to have an assessment and make an evaluation. As you know, that they are trying to relocate the people who still have structures on the flat lines by the riverbeds. So the key part here, Dudu, is to actually start the removal or relocating process to the temporary structures and temporary homes. Now, we're going to talk to the minister here. We heard her making an address earlier on, talking to those people, pleading with them to actually accept when the time comes for them to move. I mean, Minister, it seems as though this is one of the issues that your department deals with when it comes to relocation or the removal of people to temporary shelters, is that they refuse.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, and greeting to the viewers at home. Yeah, definitely. When I arrived here, we've got quite a number of people who are affected in the province, but specifically now in this municipality, which is Buffalo City Municipality, as you know, is the hard hit, while others will go and see in terms of intervention. Here you can see people are sitting at flat lines within areas where they shouldn't be, and others are saying to us that their RDPs were out. People have illegally occupied them, so we'll have to deal with that, remove those who have illegally occupied the houses that they shouldn't, and get the rightful owners where they are supposed to. Second is that we've got two types of or different people. There are people who have been affected where their houses have completely been destroyed, and they are currently in halls. We have taken a decision, we're moving them today. They will go into the temporary units which are available for them to immediately take occupation. Secondly, phase 2 will be those who have managed to get some level of accommodation with families, relatives or neighbors, and those will be moved after the ones that we are moving today. And we're doing that because the ones who are at the hall, for example, you can imagine if women are sitting in a hall, staying in a hall, how there's no level of privacy, there's no dignity. So we do have quite a lot of engagement. As we go today, we're making a lot of intervention. Based on human settlement, we do have a grant that is for emergency purposes, and that's what I'm here to activate and ensure that we can seamlessly, because we've been waiting for some of the applications, they're taking long, and that's why we came here to say, okay, let's get everybody around the table, let's sort it out, because the people are affected and it can't be a day later that we are not yet intervening.
Thank you so much, Minister. I'll let you go. I think they're moving to the second part, which is Mtanzane. As you know, that Mtanzane is also one of the areas that was hit, affected heavily by those floods. So she will be going from there, and then King Williamstown. Now, King Williamstown had floods in December, and now those floods actually were actually worse than these ones, and they did not hit informal settlements or informal structures. Really, they hit the formal structures. They were destroyed. People were without houses there as well, and that was in December. So she touched on, what has been the topic of conversation when it comes to relocation and also the allocation of houses. I mean, we've heard people complaining that they have, received their numbers or reference numbers to move or site numbers, but only to find someone else is allocate, in that house, living in that house, or someone else has been allocated. So those are the other issues that the minister is coming to iron out, that she heard from some of the residents here to do. But we're going to continue with the minister as she makes her next stop in Mtanzane.
We'll touch base then. Sipha Kema in East London, thank you for those details.